Alright, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday where I review books and movies. And this is the first time I am doing this. So next week I'm going to review either a book or a movie. And I'm very excited about today because I am reviewing the best two books I have read in life. The first is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And then the second is Mafia Monitor by V. These two books has changed my life tremendously. My mindset, my business, my sales, my marketing, my branding, investment, savings, and everything. I strongly recommend this book for everybody who wants to grow their finance, for everybody who wants to understand how money works. The Psychology of Money, written by Morgan Housel, will teach you how to derive happiness in your life. Alright, so I'm going to list about 6-7 points and then we're going to look into it briefly. Alright, so this one caught my attention very well. It says, wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is what you don't see. So I got to learn that the fastest way to lose money is by showing everybody how much money you have. If you don't have this book, go and get it on pdfdrive.net, or better still, join my Telegram channel in the description and you have access to both books for free. Nice, right? So go ahead and join. So wealth is what you don't see. And let me give you a quick example. Liabilities are things you see. Assets are things you may not see that produces things you see. So a poor man buys an iPhone that he's not using to make money. A poor man buys a shirt. You can see it. That's why it's poverty. A wealthy man buys shares. You cannot see it, but it makes him wealthy. A wealthy man buys estates. A wealthy man buys crypto. A wealthy man invests in himself. You cannot see these things, but that is true wealth. And the quickest way to becoming poor is by showing people how much money you have. When you buy a car of 8 million naira, you are not 8 million naira rich. You are 8 million naira poor. The second thing I learned from this book is this: every poor man is a proud man, and every wealthy man is a humble man. It takes humility to save money because you don't give two shits about what people feel about you. And if you've noticed, wealthy people don't really necessarily have to wear a very expensive cloth like this. So we wear clothes that are not cheap per se, but they don't scream luxury. So it takes humility to be wealthy, and then every poor man is a proud man. Every poor man wants you to see how much money he has. Every poor man always wants you to notice him. This is why when you see people who are poor using iPhone, although the speaker is loud, they're always putting it on loudspeaker. They always make phones to show you the camera, but most times the wealthy man don't give two shits about this thing. And then I came to learn something again. Tails win. That in life you can be wrong half the time and still be rich. In life you can fail half the time and still be wealthy. And this is the deception about social media. Social media teaches you to succeed all the time. Life teaches you to fail and succeed. Funny enough, failure is success, but most people don't understand this. Many people want life to be 100-0, so they win 100 times and then they fail none. But life is not like that. In life, you can fail 70 times and win 82 times. Just make sure that your wins are more than your loss. So I'm going to give you the last one quickly. Room for Error, chapter 13. This is very, my God. The most important plan of every plan is planning on your plan, not going according to plan. When I say that this is one of the best books I've read in life, please believe me. Number 13 states, please always give room for errors. The most important part of every plan is planning on your plan, not going according to plan. Many of you are poor because you are too optimistic when you are meant to be realistic. I know you want to set big goals, but every big goal begins small. You still have to fail. So I always tell persons, fail quick, fail early. You are still very young. Plan on your plan, not going according to plan. That is not doubt. It is you being realistic. You know, when you plan on your plan, not going according to plan, what happens is that when you fail, you see that learning process. But when you believe so much in perfectionism, when you fail, you become so depressed that you can no longer move. And that brings me to the second book, The Mafia Manager. Let me tell you how I got this book. I was poor many years ago. My friend and I went to a particular building that was a bit terrible, and then I saw this book on the floor and I picked it up. I liked it because of the word mafia, so I picked it up. And while I was going through it, this book changed my mindset in my poor state. And that must be among the best 2 books I've read in life. So I'm going to share with you 3 to 5 points that's going to teach you a whole lot about life. So this is what it says in page 5. Beginner's rules are simple in both your tin and arms. Keep your mouth shut, your eyes open, your fly zipped, and do what you are told. Many people fail in life because they do the opposite of what they are told. As a beginner, as a protege, the first thing you need to do in life is to keep your mouth shut. You are under a person because you want to learn, not because you want to teach. Observe by making sure your eyes are open. Stop talking, start saying. As a beginner, don't be too quick to share. Be quick to listen, be quick to learn. It says, do what you are told. And there was something I learned from this book that I will never forget. It says that in Mafia, when you are told to kill a guy, make sure to be sure what guy you are told to kill, so that you don't whack the wrong guy and lose your family because you did not pay attention to instructions. This book has taught me a lot. Whenever you are told to do something, please be sure what you are told to do, so that you don't do the wrong thing in sincerity. There is something I came to learn about law. It's a Latin word, ignorantia juris excusat, meaning ignorance is not an excuse before the law. So always be certain that what you are doing is right. And that brings us to the next. It says, teach your tongue to say I don't know. Many of you have entered problem because you are always talking. Especially if you are a lady and you are very, very expressive, because ladies naturally are expressive. Many of you are in problems because you always talk. When you don't need to answer, don't answer. Learn to say no, learn to say I don't know. Nobody is going to kill you. In fact, silence breeds mystery. It makes people want to know you more. You are always talking. When you talk too much, you kill yourself quickly. So it says, teach your tongue to say I don't know. And this one, I love it so much. Think much, speak little, write less. That's self-explanatory. I'm going to share this too with you. When you are angry, close your mouth and open your eyes. But don't get angry. Get evil. When you are angry, close your mouth and open your eyes. But don't get angry. Get evil. This is another one. Never underestimate these 3 things. Your opponent's abilities, your opponent's cunning, that's trick, your opponent's greed. Never overestimate them either. You must understand your opponent's ability, what they can do, their trick, how strategic they are, and their greed, how greedy they are. Don't underestimate these 3. Don't overestimate these 3. And let me tell you the best thing I learned in this book. It is that a man is strongest when he appears weakest. That's one thing I love about it. It says that a man is strongest when he appears weakest. So don't write off a person that appears weak. Most times you are going to be wrong. It says keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer, because most times people who offend you will always go out of their way to prove their sincerity and to prove that they are now loyal. Have you ever seen a friend who pissed you off? Have you ever seen how they try to make it up to you? So it says, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. There are times in life where your enemies will do more work than your friends. So don't forget, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, The Mafia Manager by Mr. V. You don't have these 2 books. All you need to do is check the description, click on the link there, join the Telegram channel, and you're going to have access to these books for free. See you next time you see. Stay jiggy.